I thought even the worst case scenario is not the end of the world. And at that point, I can always go back and get another job. So that's kind of what I did.
That is amazing. That type of mindset, I know right away you're going to be successful no matter what you choose to do. If you have that type of mindset, it is awesome. That's not as common as you think, right? So I think if you
No.
have that type of mindset, you're definitely obviously taking advantage of it and doing well. So that's great. But I think just like myself, I think we're very lucky to have a spouse that supports our crazy ideas, because
Yep.
if it wasn't for that, the road would be much more difficult. Every day I'm grateful for her support, and I'm sure you feel the same
Oh, yeah.
way
I
because
mean,
that's a big part.
she could have just as easily said, no, we're
No.
not going to pick up our family and move across the country to a new place that where she'd never lived to start some random business that could fail. And then even along the way, it was hard getting it started. Like we had
Yeah,
to put
yeah,
food
I
on the
can
table,
imagine.
and there were months. It still feels like we never know how we're going to pay the bills the next month. But
Yep.
certainly early on, it was just like, where's money supposed to come from? And sometimes I would just be beating myself up because it's like, it's not working, I'm not good enough, and blah, blah, blah. Why did I even do this? And every once in a while, she would just kick me out the door. Like my first client I ever got, I remember sitting in my living room and I was just like, this is so stupid. This is not going to work. I don't know why I did this. She's like, you know what? Just go to the gym. And like, there was like, I'd been going to a rock climbing gym at the time. She's like, just go out, go rock climb or something. Like, just get out of the house. Stop being depressed. And I ended up going. And while I was there, I saw the owner of the rock climbing gym, and they became my first like legitimate client as well. So I was like, you know what?
Wow.
I'm here. I'm going to go talk to him. So I did. And then that became my first retainer client at the time.
That is awesome.
So,
Yeah.
because she kicked me, she kicked me out, but I
It's
needed it.
important because, yeah, you have doubts, right? I'm going through the same thing. And the financial stress when you do start a business is real. It's definitely real. Outside of your wife kicking you literally out of the house, what do you think drives you in times of challenge to push through?
I mean, I could answer that a number of ways because on one hand, there were definitely times where I thought, I think I just need to apply for jobs. And like, I just don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is fair to my family. Like this, it's hard right now. And every time that that would happen, I'd start looking at jobs. And again, they would either sound really boring or I wouldn't hear back from the really cool sounding ones. I knew who I was up against. And I would think, well, it might even take me 6 months to a year just to find a decent job. So I have to keep going in the meantime. And so I would keep going. And then a couple months later, I'd be back in a better position. Like that happened numerous times throughout the
Sure.
process, especially early on, where it's like, okay, I think this isn't working. I got to apply for a job, but I still have to pay the bills. So I still have to try to sell stuff. And then
Yeah.
lo and behold, so at this point now, I know that it's going to go up and down. I've been through that plenty of times. So there are definitely key indicators that I can look at. Do we have a pipeline? Does everybody hate us now, or do we still have people who refer people to us? Do we still have a network? Are there people that I can go to and talk to if I need to? There was a period last year, I went through 6 months without closing a deal, which was incredibly difficult. But
Hmm.
I saw that we had a pipeline and I saw we were leveling up the types of companies we were talking to. And I knew that if we kept going in that direction, that something was going to come from it, right? So I think that's one of the things that keeps me going. I know it's not a very inspiring answer because it's like to some extent you just kind of have to keep going. Like, what option do you have? But at the same time, I love what I'm doing and I see the value and I see the opportunity and the potential in it. I have yet to see a job come my way that offers more in terms of flexibility, in terms of potential, in terms of ability to work with a variety of people and on a variety of projects that matches, let alone exceeds what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I started it. So the potential is unmatched, the flexibility is unmatched. Yeah,